Welcome to the beautiful Santa Anita Park. The showplace of Southern California is abuzz today under the Golden State sunshine, as many of the top female competitors in the sport are ready to prove their worth in a race named for an iconic phenomenon in the history of thoroughbred racing, in honor of the versatile and relentless champion Zenyatta, who dominated different distances and surfaces with otherworldly closing speed. Her unique personality and powerful performances captured the hearts of racing fans from coast to coast. Under the breathtaking backdrop of the San Gabriel Mountains, the stomping grounds of the legendary Zenyatta, here at the Great Race Place, are ready. As Chris Lewis's Google Sheets-based horse racing simulation Dynasty Fantasy League continues, this is the Zenyatta Stakes. And once again, we welcome you to Santa Anita Park in beautiful Arcadia, California for race day 13. Conditions are perfect, and the crowd is settling in for what should be an exciting night of racing. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jimmy Rakes, your stride by stride guide for a 7-race schedule tonight, concluding with the 12th stakes race of the season, the Zenyatta Stakes. But of course, before we head out to the track, let's take a look back at last week's draft and preview tonight's action with the pregame show and our host, Chris Lewis.
Hey, thanks, Jimmy. Great intro, man.
My pleasure.
All right, yeah. Today's pregame show will cover these topics. So first, draft recap. I thought the draft was a big success. Thanks, everyone, for their participation. 72 of the 120 available horses were purchased. The most expensive horse was purchased by Brett's stable. That was Sounds of the Void at over $1 million, 1.06 million, actually. The second most expensive was the one other grade A horse, and that was Kaylin's stable with Luck of the Irish for $750,000. The most money spent was by Brett's stable. He spent over $1.5 million, and I've told him this. I thought he was in striking distance of winning the championship, but perhaps not after spending that much in the draft. But he's maybe well positioned for the future, adding an A-grade horse and then some. The least amount of money spent was by Andrew, who spent only $158,000, about 10 times less than Brett. The most horses added were Jimmy and Andrew tied, added 11, and the fewest, least number of horses added was Brett and Jesse, who only added 3. So isn't that interesting that Brett spent the most money and added the least number of horses, and Andrew, even though he only spent the least amount of money, added the most horses?
Wow.
Perhaps getting good value. He got 11 horses for under 160 grand. All right, so this is how it changed the standings. The biggest risers in the standings, I'm not going to mention everyone here, but the people that are in the money now. Casey was second to last. He's now in the money in 6th. Christian went from 8th to 5th. Jesse, Johnny, and Andrew were all in the money. They've each moved up. Jesse's now in the top 3, Johnny in the top 4, and Andrew moved up from 3rd to 2nd. Biggest fallers, of course, Brett, who I just mentioned, went from 2nd place, and I thought striking distance, down to 11th, which was 2nd to last. Macy had spent all season hovering around the top 6, up to 5th, down to 7th, around 6th place. He bottomed out, looking towards the future, and is in last place now. Jimmy, you also went from 4th to 7th. Couple people, stable owners stayed even, including most notably Nate, who started the night in 1st place and with the inside track for the championship, and that's where he still is. All right, a little bit more specific. Before the draft, Nate was in 1st, Brett was in 2nd. The margin was just under $500,000, 458 grand. Nate had built a pretty good lead. So now after the draft, Brett made a lot of purchases, sort of bottomed out. Andrew moved up into second because of that, and the margin now is less than 300 grand. So Nate's grip on first place has diminished some, but it's Andrew instead of Brett that's more likely to take over and is in second place now. All right, so these are the standings now after the draft. You see, as we mentioned, Nate in first, Andrew in second, a couple new faces in the top 6 as well. All right, so there are now, let's see, 319 when we there's 319 horses eligible to race starting next race day through the end of the season. I'm going to submit, and they're all worth watching. I'm going to submit that there's one horse in particular that is especially worth watching. I think the horse to watch for the rest of the season is Portugal the Fast. Grade A horse. Andrew Stable is currently in second place, and this is his horse. Portugal the Fast now has the most career wins. That's 4. For a while, we had a logjam with a few horses with the most with 3 career wins. Portugal the Fast broke that record with the stakes win last time out, and is now the sole owner of most career wins. She's tied for the most stakes wins with Lemke, third in career prize money, and she's still eligible for the a Lewis Downs Turf Championship and the final race of the season, the Big Money Breeders' Cup Classic. Portugal the Fast is taking today off and is not racing in the Zenyatta Stakes. To get Andrew to second place, she has done some heavy lifting, and so her current fatigue is negative 27. Maybe that's some of the motivation behind taking the day off. For Andrew to win the championship, she might have to do some additional heavy lifting. But I think that if Andrew overtakes Nate, any number of things can happen. But I think the most likely reason, if we look back, if that happens, is we'll say Portugal the Fast was what kept Nate from winning the league. We'll see. So, okay, I mentioned Portugal the Fast is tied for the most stakes wins and third in prize money, first in prize money, and the other horse tied for the most stakes wins is Lemke. 2 weeks ago during our broadcast, I tried to play the Lemke song and you guys couldn't hear it. I said I'd bring it back. Let's hope you can hear it this time.
A thundering pace,
Go Lemke.
in spring's finest race. He left all the others so far, stride strong and steady as they came.
It's the right steed on the perfect day. His gallops like music, he's on display. Run, Lemke, run in the sun. Go, Lemke,
The pride of the field.
All right, you can hear the rest of the song if you go to the home page and click in under the frivolities tab. I don't know. I love it. Brett says it seems a little bit upbeat for a villain, but what do I know? Yeah, indeed. Lemke edged out Brett's Beach Carrot a couple times. All right, so the Zenyatta Stakes, there's 7 races. We're only going to preview this one, the stakes race. So up until now, Beach Carrot has sort of been in her own division, racing in stakes races against other 3-year-olds. So this is the first stakes race that's going to open it up such that she's facing other A-grade horses. For example, Apology Accepted. I mentioned Portugal the Fast sat this out, but so the favorites are Beach Carrot and Apology Accepted, and this is their first, real primetime showdown. They're definitely the favorites. There's also Intention. Brett's horse is a B-grade horse, has sort of underperformed so far, and of course anything can happen. A D-grade horse beat Beach Carrot and won a couple stakes races, but there's C-grade horses in this one, and some others. Apology Accepted is the only A-grade horse age 3 and up that doesn't have a stakes win yet and I wonder if she can do it for Jimmy before the new generation of A-grade horses start to race next time around, next time out. So, yeah, I think apology accepted and Beach Cat are the horses to watch, but anything can happen. All right, Jimmy, turn it over to you, the Dark Horse Detective.
All right, thank you, Chris. Little bit weird. I've got 3 horses in the Zenyatta Stakes that I personally own, but I'm actually going with another horse in the race as my dark horse in the 8 slot, a Dull Roar, E-grade horse, and got the furlongs for it. The ideal distance, 8.5 furlongs. No wins, places, or shows, but I think this is going to be the time. But just going for a show here, not trying to win or place, but just going for a top 3 here. So my pick, a Dull Roar to show.
All right, a Dull Roar to show. This would certainly be an upset. Jimmy, how about it that you entered 3 horses and they happened to draw the 3 first post positions?
Not bad. We'll see if that helps out. Maybe
are they working together?
Maybe we can ride the rails to victory there.
All right, thanks, Jimmy.
And yeah, maybe they're working together. I'm guessing not though. They're all very competitive.
They want it.
Yeah, they want it. Everybody.
All right. All right, Jimmy. I think that's it for the pregame show.
All righty, let's get ready to head out to the track. 7 races today. That last one, of course, the Zenyatta Stakes, our 1 stakes race of the day. Our other 6, we've got 4 allowance races and 2 claiming races. Our first one, $30,000 purse, an allowance race, 8 furlongs on the dirt, and all age grade horses except for Hobby Jogger, which is a K grade. So should be a close one. A couple former winners. You've Been Warned, winning on both days 2 and 8. Gefilte Fish winning all the way back in the rain on day 1, and Step Down winning on day 10.
Great. All right, Jimmy, let's head to the track.
All right. You said 6 horses, so one of those everybody gets some money and they're off. Gefilte Fish out early in the lead, followed by You've Been Warned. Speakeasy now up into second, Step Down in third. But we've got a line of horses behind Gefilte Fish. Construction Law now breaking into the lead. As we approach the halfway point, it's Construction Law. You've Been Warned in second, and Gefilte Fish, Step Down, Hobby Jogger, Speakeasy trailing. Construction Law building that lead now, more than half a length over the field. You've Been Warned in a strong second, a length over the rest of the field, but it's Construction Law as we head down the stretch. Construction Law, huge lead, and it's Construction Law with the win. You've Been Warned trying to hold off the field, but Speakeasy and Step Down coming in late. It's going to be a photo finish, and You've Been Warned gets second, Step Down third, Speakeasy fourth, Gefilte Fish fifth, and Hobby Jogger in sixth. Congrats to Construction Law with the win, and You've Been Warned, the highest ranked owned horse, of course, Nate there in second. Another top 3 for him.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, congrats to Construction Law. No winner from our owned horses. All right. Let's look at race number 2. Yeah.
Race 2, another 6 race horse. 6 horse race.
That's
Purse
right.
up to 55,000 on this one. And 4 former winners actually in this one. Her Majesty on day 4, as well as Winter Wonderland also on day 4, Television Static day 7, and Captain Whatnot getting a win on day 8. All females here, as you can see, and some F's and some G's, so it should be another close one.
Yes,
It's got 2 of them here. We'll see if he can get another one in the top 3. And my boy Genre also there in the second spot as we head back out to the dirt. 8 furlongs as well. And we're off. Genre and Blano out to an early lead, followed by Television Static. Next, it's Her Majesty now into third. Captain Whatnot and Winter Wonderland trailing. Blano and Television Static in the lead. Television Static trying to pull away. Her Majesty not far behind. Blano in third. It's Television Static and Her Majesty going back and forth. Blano now there, and a 3-horse race. As we pass the halfway point, Television Static now building a lead. Half a length over the field. Genre up into second. Television Static, though, holding him off. Genre charging late as we come down the stretch. Blano also charging. We've got a 3-horse race as we get towards the finish. Television Static right there with Genre. Blano, we've got a 6-horse race. Everybody's breaking late. And a photo finish at the end. And it's Nate with first and second. Winter Wonderland and Television Static taking first and second. Blano in third, followed by Captain Whatnot, Genre, and Her Majesty. Nate stretching that first place lead with a winner and a win and a place.
Congrats to Nate. Yeah, first and second. You guys should have heard the exasperated sigh from Kalen as Nate's horse crosses the line. Brett wants to know, what is Nate feeding these things?
Wow. Yeah, he's got some PEDs in there. No, I didn't say that. That was owner Jimmy. That was the owner Jimmy saying that, not your stride by stride guy, Jimmy.
Yes. I like that, by the way. Stride by stride guy. Which Kaylin does too, she says.
Thanks.
All right. Congrats, Nate. Let's go. Let's move on here.
Nice job. All right. On to race number 3. Same purse amount, 55,000. This one's going to be the males on the dirt for 8 furlongs. 8 horses in the race. 3 former winners. Frush winning twice, and top 3, all 4 of Frush's races that he's raced, winning on day 8 and day 11, and second gen Stacker winning Back in the Rain on day 1, Moving Picture Show on day 3, and should be a close one. All F grade except for Louse. They're a G grade though, not far behind.
Yeah, Jimmy, it's interesting. We've been going now long enough that while other than Louse, these are all F grade horses. A few of them seem to have separated themselves, right? Frush with all top 3 finishes, Moving
Indeed.
Picture Show, and second gen Stacker with much more money than the rest of the F grade field.
Indeed. And all owned horses in this race as well.
All right.
All right, back out to the dirt. And they're off. Phenom out early. Next comes second gen Stacker, Inclement Weather. Frush there in 4th, but it's a 3-horse race. As we come around the back stretch, second gen Stacker now up into the lead. Inclement Weather into second. Phenom Moving Picture Show not far behind there for Johnny. But it's Inclement second gen Stacker. Phenom now taking the lead past the halfway point. Very close as we come around the turn toward the stretch. It's Inclement Weather in the lead, trying to build it now. Over half a length. Comrade now charging late and trying to catch Inclement Weather. It's a 2-horse race as we come down the stretch. Inclement Weather's holding off Comrade, but Moving Picture Show, second gen Stacker closing hard, and it's a photo finish. And Moving Picture Show takes the win at the line. Comrade with the place. Inclement Weather to show. Second gen Stacker, Frush, Phenom, Gadsden Tide, and Louse finishing out the field. But Moving Picture Show breaking late as we see a replay right at the line. Moving Picture Show jumping from 3rd to 1st to take the win for Johnny. Congrats.
Yeah, Jimmy, yes, congrats, Johnny. It was really about a 4-way tie if you look at second gen Stacker getting there too.
Wow.
Super close race. Super close. Well, yeah, pretty much a 4-way tie. And Kalen had the big lead with Inclement Weather and looked like poised to hold them off, but no, real close, and it's going to be Moving Picture Show and Johnny.
Nicely done. Johnny with his 9th win of the year. It's tied with me for 3rd most wins.
Okay.
And
I'm disappointed in my image hosting service, by the way, guys, but
yeah, we are as well.
maybe it'll
You like a
get its stuff together.
What is it? Image Baby? Is that what
Image
that is?
I don't know, Image BB, imgbb.com.
Oh,
all
sorry,
right,
sorry. Not to pile on there. You know.
all right, claiming race, Jimmy.
All right, first claiming race of the day, just 15,000. We'll get you one of these 6 horses. And a couple winners there. Division by 0, winning on day 2, Deliberate Speed on day 5. But all but Let's Not and Say We Did with top 3 finishes so far. And got some H's, couple G's, and the free agent Let's Not Say We Did, the K horse. So yeah, we'll see. Up to 9 furlongs on this one, and this one's going to be on the turf also.
Yeah, Jimmy, the G grade horses, certainly the favorite on paper, but Division by 0, when Nate's horse has 2 wins already.
Indeed. All right, out to the turf. As we said, conditions still perfect here at Santa Anita Park. And they're off. Crustacean team name, the Wet Bandit, Division by 0. Let's Not Say We Did, all close. As we come around the back stretch, Division by 0, the Wet Bandit now into the lead. Crustacean team name takes it back. Amplify not far behind. Those 2 horses trying to stretch it out. Amplify now taking the lead. Past the halfway point, Crustacean team name, Division by 0, not far behind. We've still got a close one. All 6 horses are in it. As we come around the last turn, Division by 0, trying to pull away, but the rest of the field has caught him. Still a 6-horse race. It's anybody's race as we come down the stretch. Crustacean team name trying to pull away, the Wet Bandit right there. It's going to be Crustacean team name with their first win of the season. The Wet Bandit with the place, Division by 0 to show. Amplified, Deliberate Speed, Let's Not and Say We Did, finishing out the field. Congrats to Crustacean team name. And Zach with a 2nd place there, Wet Bandit. Nate with another top 3 finish.
Thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, congrats, Crustacean team name. Brett says that's his favorite team name. I wonder if he means favorite horse name. But yeah, appreciate that. I'll tell you that.
Any claims?
Yes, I'll tell you. Let me tell you first. That horse name was from very early on when I thought I was just going to be playing this by myself and not sharing it with anybody. It's a relic from way back. That was kind of just for me, but I'm glad someone else likes it. Yeah, Jimmy, there were claims. The Wet Bandit was claimed by Andrew from Zach. Division by 0 was claimed by Andrew from Nate. And Amplify was claimed by Andrew, the unknown horse. And that was it for the claims on that one. But Andrew adds 3 horses, and I think he may have already had the largest stable.
He did, indeed.
He did? Okay. Yeah.
I believe him and yes, right. I had 25 tied with Zach, and Andrew had 28. So he now has 31 horses in the
31.
stable.
Yeah.
With none of them racing today until now that he's claimed a couple.
Yeah. I guess what is that? The second, third, and 4th place horse he added.
Indeed.
All right. 3 horses left today, Jimmy.
Yes, 3 races, actually, but you're doing the same thing. You're doing you did what I did. You said 3 horses.
Okay.
On to our second and last claiming race of the day. Claiming 45,000 to claim one of these horses, and another 6 out on the turf. This one's going to be 10 furlongs, and Nate's got 2 of them here. Magical Crinkle Ear, 2-time winner, or pardon me, 1-time winner, also placed on day 6. And then Gunslinger, the actual 2-time winner on day 5 and day 8. And I Go Dynasty winning on day 10. Eola's Ibar winning on day 6. So 4 winners of the 6. And got I Go Dynasty as a slight favorite as an E grade, but 4 Fs there and a G. So should be another close one.
Yeah, and Jimmy, I wonder if with an E grade horse and some Fs, I wonder if the price is right for anyone at 45. Especially with the E grade horse in there. All right.
All right, let's find out. $85,000 purse here. Everybody's getting some money as just 6 horses are racing, and we're off. Magical Crinkle Ear and Sunburst for Nate out to an early lead. Out in fourth, Eola Zybar now up into third and still staying close. I Go Dynasty Let's Play 2 trailing. Magical Crinkle Ear, Eola Zybar fighting for first. Sudden Burst right there. Magical Crinkle Ear taking off though. Big lead past the halfway point, coming around the last turn. Let's Play 2 now up into second. I Go Dynasty up into third. We've got a close one for second, and the whole field is trying to catch Magical Crinkle Ear and gaining on him. Magical Crinkle Ear, I Go Dynasty, Eola Zybar now up into the lead. It's a 5-horse race. Sudden Burst is trying to get up there as well, but it's Magical Crinkle Ear right now in the lead. It's a photo finish, and who's it going to be? Let's Play 2 ends up with the win for Brett Gunslinger to place Magical Crinkle Ear with the show, followed by Sudden Burst, I Go Dynasty, Eola Zybar. Definitely going to need a replay on that one, as that was very close. Photo finish, 3 to 4 horses there right at the line.
Yeah, thanks. Congrats, Brett. Thanks, Jimmy. You asked for a replay. Let's do it. And yeah, it was a close one, and you could feel it coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's 5 or 6 horses in it right there. No one has crossed the line yet.
Wow. Yeah, Let's Play 2 late on the scene there, but getting the win.
And then the race for fourth was even,
very close.
Once the top 3 finished, the race for fourth was still moving a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So congrats to Brett. It's a win for Brett. Let's Play 2.
Nice. All right, 2 more races to go. 1 more allowance race, and then we've got the one we've all been waiting for, the Zenyatta Stakes. But huge field, biggest field of the day for our race number 6, $95,000 purse. We've got 12 horses, males only, a bit short, just 7.5 furlongs on the dirt. And some big names here. We've got Metaphorical Pitcher, winner of the Red Sea.
Turf Handicap.
There you go, Turf Handicap. And showed in the Lewis Downs 4-and-Up Male Sprint Championship. And we don't say that, winner of the Met Mile. And Quicksilver, who placed in the Saudi Cup, also won the Lewis Downs 4-and-Up Male Sprint Championship. So definitely some big names here.
Yeah, 3 stakes winners.
We don't say that in Quicksilver. The 2 B grade should be our favorites, but if they're like the other races today, we're looking for a very tight finish.
Yeah, and there's one other horse I'll point out. You're right. The 3 stakes winners, and then the 2 B grade horses are a couple of them. There's another horse here that has over $100,000 in career prize money, and it's a C grade horse, Phantom Ring, for Johnny.
Indeed, winning back on day 3.
Yeah, okay. All males, because the Zenyatta Stakes is open only to females, so this is the male's chance on day 13.
All right, sounds good. Looks like we're about ready. Out on the dirt.
All right.
As I said, 12 horses ready to rock for $95,000 purse. And we're going here. We don't say that. Out to the lead. Phantom Ring now catching him there as we come around the back stretch. We don't say that, though. Wow, just taking off on the field. Phantom Ring, Quicksilver, trying to stay with him, but we don't say that, is blowing the field away. Rest of the field pretty close. Phantom Ring trying to get a second, but they're not going to catch. We don't say that. Or are they? Phantom Ring and Quicksilver charging late. We don't say that, trying to hold them off and trying to make me look dumb, but it looks like we don't say that. is going to hold on. Quicksilver charging very fast and takes second. Phantom Ring in third, followed by Enchantment off to Neverland. Jeffersonian, Metaphorical Pitcher, Immortal Glow, Bryce's Fester, Red Scamper, Rusty's Revenge, and Ambush Casey. And We Don't Say That with the big win, second win for We Don't Say That of the season, winner of the Met Mile, and now winner here, race 6, day 13.
Yeah, congrats to Casey, and perhaps a little revenge for last time out, where Quicksilver won the sprint championship, and We Don't Say That got second. And we did interview Casey 2 weeks ago, and he said that Casey's stable and Jesse's stable have similar investors, and they don't view it as a rivalry, but that might be a little bit of revenge for the win.
Absolutely.
They finished first and second in the other order last time out.
Nicely done. And then Jesse's horses there, Quicksilver and Enchantment, second and fourth. Johnny's
that's right.
To the top three there as well.
That's right. And Jesse is in third place and Johnny's in fourth place. So, they've got more of an outside shot than Andrew does, but this,
trying to stay close.
This could help. Yeah.
All right. Without our big race of the day, the Zenyatta Stakes, as Chris mentioned, and we mentioned on the pregame, named for a legendary horse. Check out on YouTube. I'd recommend that, even though I haven't watched it yet. Still recommend it. Gonna watch it soon, I promise.
Okay.
But 10 horses, 3 of them mine. Of course, my girl, Apology Accepted, and Beach Carrot, 2 A-grade horses. But yeah, big names here. As we mentioned, Apology Accepted, a couple wins, but only a place in the Met Mile and a show in the Saudi Cup. So still looking for that big stakes race win, as well as Intention, who has 2 shows, one of those in the pre for a big win as they placed in the Kentucky Oaks. And as we mentioned, Beach Carrot, big wins, 2 of them, one in the Preakness, and of the 5 races, all of them in a top 2 placing in the Kentucky Derby and also in the Belmont.
All right, great, Jimmy. Let's go to the track.
All right, let's do it. $210,000 purse up for grabs. $126,000 to the winner. And they're off. Ginkle Winker out to the early lead. My Dark Horse Adol Roar in second. Apology Accepted now up into second, trying to catch Ginkle Winker, who's got the lead early. Ginkle Winker and Apology Accepted setting the pace. Apology Accepted right there, taking the lead, but it's back and forth right now as Adol Roar makes a charge in third. Executrix in fourth, now falling behind. It's Intention in fourth. Ginkle Winker trying to hold everybody off, but Apology Accepted now taking the lead and a half length over the field. Intention charging hard, catches Apology Accepted, but pushes her into the lead. Apology Accepted trying to hold off Beach Carrot, who's charging late, and it was looked like a photo finish there, but Apology Accepted holding off a late strong charge from Beach Carrot, who finishes second. Intention in third. So Brett with the place and a show, but Apology Accepted with the win. Executrix down in fourth, followed by Adol Roar, Sugar Bomb, Ginkle Winker, Oh Showtime, Whoville, and Susanna. Congrats to me, Chris.
Jimmy, congrats. Jimmy, congrats. It's your first stakes win for Apology Accepted. Congrats also to Brett, second and third.
There we go.
It was kind of chalk. A-grade horse, B-grade horse.
Indeed.
I'll tell you, Adol Roar really was a long shot, Jimmy, and she got fifth.
She got fifth. I went for the show. Not too bad. Yeah. And I think Apology Accepted's lucky. If it was another maybe 16th or 32nd of a furlong there, might be looking at Beach Carrot as the winner.
Yeah, let's look at the replay. And Beach Carrot, you didn't mention her until much later in the race because she took her time and was looking to close.
Indeed, one of the trailers to start.
Yeah, apology accepted, was up near the front the whole time. You can see Brett's horses, towards the bottom. They finished second, third, but, they are at about halfway, about 3/4 of the way. And then, yeah, intention, this push.
Yes, and Beach
I
Carrot
think-
late on the scene, but man, yep, jumped right there.
Yeah, that might have really, this push by intention might have really motivated apology accepted. And then,
Mhm.
Beach Carrot turns it on here, but just kind of ran out of racetrack.
Right there. Couldn't have been closer.
It was, yeah, it was very close. This looks like it wasn't close. It was very close.
Indeed. All right. Apology accepted, winning the Zenyatta Stakes. Wrapping up day 13. Do we get a look at the standings there, Chris? Or
First, we get a look.
Yeah, let's take a look at. Yeah, there we go.
Apology accepted. There you go, Jimmy. The
All
Dark
right.
Bay.
Yes, the beautiful Dark Bay.
So
Very
congrats
nice.
on that. And yeah, let's see if we can get the standings updated here.
So yeah, the A grade horses there. Beach Carrot, 6 races, 6 top 2 finishes. Apology accepted. Now 5 races, 5 top 3 finishes.
Interesting, yeah.
And as we mentioned, Nate getting a win today, Jesse getting a win today, Casey getting a win today.
Yeah, and Andrew second place, but he sat it out. He sat the whole day out.
Indeed.
Jimmy's maybe closing back in on getting in the money, even though
Ooh,
Jimmy spent quite a bit during the draft. You're right back to, you know, in contention.
striking distance, perhaps.
Yeah. All right, and Brett up into 10th. Nate holds his lead, grows his lead. It's back up over 400,000.
Nice.
All right,
yeah.
Jimmy. So next time out is the 4 stakes races, the Turf Championships. Plus, you guys are all going to be able to enter your 2-year-old horses. So it's going to be an exciting day. More races, certainly more races than today.
Indeed. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to some new names here in the races and heading back to the friendly confines of Lewis Downs down in Gainesville, Florida. And hope to see you all then. For Chris Lewis, I'm Jimmy Rakes. Have a great night. We'll see you in 2 weeks.